Hello, Isha. Welcome to Sangha. I believe everybody had a beautiful summer or whatever leftover few days of summer that preparing for autumn already. It's cold already. So, so depending where you are, maybe you had a good winter as well if you're in Australia. Important part is how to keep your mental health and physical health and your emotional health. Somebody asked that question, how to maintain mental health, emotional health, and physical health. That question will also be related or will can be tie up to the question that somebody asking. Physical health get affected by your immediate circumstances surrounding the things you do, the food you eat, or your lifestyle, basically. You can say the physical lifestyle. Then that will have impact on your mental health, how you feel mentally, how you relate with your senses, because impact of physical health start happening to your mental health. Mental health also can be affected by the association, the surrounding, and circumstances. The type of people you hang out, how your association is, the food physically primarily plays a major role in the mental health as well. Once the mental health is becomes unstable or you feel not really well nourished, then it start affecting your emotional health. It can also go vice versa. If your emotional health means your spirit, your energy, how you express your feelings are suppressed or abused, or any trauma from childhood or previous life or this lifetime having impact on your samskara or your behavior pattern, having formation of your mind, that creating a physical health. So it can go both ways. It can go physical, immediate, like immediate response level or reaction level, outside, inward, also from deep-rooted emotions inside to the outward. How do you find a balance? How do you find a balance? Having a right association in which you can thrive, relate, or create a connectivity which creates a possibility for you to be an organic nature of yourself, not feeling judged, suppressed, or pretense. The biggest problem for your growth will be the pretense that you have constantly pretend. Doesn't matter where you are in society, you can be having a perfect situation where you can be organic self, but you have a tendency to pretend or pretense which will also not allow you 100% to yourself. So first of all, you find a way how you, bit by bit, as slow as possible, to be as organic self, at least with yourself when you are on your own. Second part, eating habits. Eating a sattvic meal will be the primarily food I will highly recommend to reduce the tamas and rajas, increase sattvic. That will help lightness of mind, your behavior, think pattern, and your decision making ability. What else you can do to transform the previous, that thing that already boded inside, not just preventative, but how you can transform that you already had. Practicing yoga, meditation, or practicing some dharma practices which can awaken or give you some motivation. If you are watching the uh, let's say for entertainment, you want to have so overboard with the stress, you want to release the stress, you can go get drunk, you become completely numb in your own little bubble, or you can just go sit down for 1 hour, 2 hours with yourself meditating, or go for a walk till you become the feeling of self-presence, that nobody is judging you or watching you. Or you can sit down in front of TV, watch 4 hours, 5 hours of TV, and thinking that you are relaxing. You can watch something that does not create a drama. Because whenever you watch a movie, or majority of the time, on the name of entertainment, there will be subtle programming happening and creating a relatability. But if you watch something that is a uplift related to the nature, understanding of the matter, or a spiritual documentary that can give you an inspiration, not to take you back into whirlpool of your own mental saga. All you can do is read a book. Now choice becomes, shall I read the book that is full of drama, filled with greed, filled with cunning ideas, thoughts, or I can read a book that gives me some understanding about my consciousness, or gives me understanding about my behavior pattern. Always read a book instead of other people's life saga. That's something bit more higher vibration that can give you a little upper hand in the life. For example, you can read a book that has some moral understanding, the moral values, have some information of dharma. But what happened when you open that book, it have no material for your mind to be entertained. You fall asleep. Moment you read it, you read a one page, you just fall asleep, book on your face. That always happens because there is no uh, spicy content for your mind to be stimulated. So that's one thing you can do. Going for a walk, maybe do something that does not immediately benefits you. We have concept of Niskam Karma Yoga. So doing Karma Yoga, most time when you do karma, you are doing Karma Yoga all the time anyway. But that Karma Yoga have a benefit to you. the benefit link to you. Either you do meditation, that is also karma, but the benefit of meditation connect with you. You go for a walk, connect with you. You go to work, that is also karma, but benefit connect with you. Even you giving somebody a lift in a car and you're looking for that person to behave moralistically to say thank you to help, you are balancing your karma. You are doing that karma to receive a gratitude of thank you or to be appreciated. So try to find a way to discount Karma Yoga is that you have a zero benefit, not even benefit of recognition of your ego in any way that feeding your ego. You're just doing karma as a seva, as a the service, but discount. No attachment to it in return. Find a way to do that service. So where you can feel a humbleness inside that you are able to contribute with no expectations in return. Majority time in the whole life, whenever you do something, there is an outcome always entangled with it. You meditate, you are not even meditating just for meditating to be with yourself. You want some higher return in the end. So drop that habit where you meditate, just meditate. Don't go because I want to meditate to develop that power. I want to meditate to have clear thoughts. No, you will not be able to. Meditation will not be the maximum outcome for it. It's hard to comprehend to ask human beings or human mind or convince human mind to do something for nothing. But end of the day, you are doing everything for nothing anyway. That's the fact. You don't take anything with you other than your karmic relatability, whatever deeds you do in life, good or bad, I'm saying deeds you do in life. That's the only thing that you take. So if you want to be free or liberated, don't accumulate new ones. Spend all the old ones, clear all the karmas of old ones. So you will have a little more transparency, clarity. Clarity, if you have a momentary clarity, is just your idea have become very clear. That's not the clarity. You are not in the presence of dharma, in presence of light, presence of you have not gained enlightenment about yourself. You only gain the enlightenment or awareness momentary about one thought, one idea. Is limited. Till the new karmas are stop accumulating, your relatability change, previous ones are gone, means you are a complete void, shunya. At that time, you have ability to transcend or transform and can see the truth as it is. Till your truth is seen with the glasses of your belief or your individual need or requirement, you will not be able to see the truth as it is plain sight, but will be seeing the truth to judge or find a way to create a relatability to the sect or the culture, the custom that you are grown up with. You know, the very silly thing the human mind finds, there's a very famous story. There in the, can you imagine you are sitting in the park bench in the Many cars are passing by, and you start claiming the car's counting. You say, this is my car, but somebody else driving it. And you start fighting over it despite it doesn't even belong to you. You just happen to see it. There's also there were two friends living, sitting together. They having a conversation, they end up in fight. Fight come into the question why actually you are fighting. He said he put his foot on my leg. He said, how was it? Despite the both of them had no leg, it was all imaginary idea created. He said, we were talking, and his sheep and the goats came into my land. We were making a business plan for future, and his sheep and goats come to my land, and I told him, please don't do it. He challenged me to put my foot in his land. I put my foot, and he break my head. So can you imagine two people, imaginary, creating a futuristic plan that whatever we will do, we will have business, then we buy the property, I will have the goats, and if they said, oh, your goats are coming into my land, said, take them outside. It's like old children's playground. Many things are all in your own creation. Other person say, please take them outside of my property. He said, you can't, and they start fighting over it. It's the same thing, the human mind. Nothing belongs to you when you go to sleep. Doesn't matter what you have. You don't really have anything. Ask yourself, do you remember who you are when you are in a really deep sleep? Probably don't remember. If you are awake, partially sleeping, you may remember it. But when you are really sleeping, you have no idea who you are. You wake up sometime disorientated, looking for it, where I am, who I am. Means that time you are really sleeping. Or if you are really, really in deep sleep, somebody wakes you up. You come up to, it takes you good few minutes to get your bearings together. Okay, this is me, that's my name, that's where I am, that's where I'm sleeping, that's what I do. You take some time to collect so-called your identity. So that time in deep sleep, you are with yourself. Same thing happens when you meditate, you becomes one with yourself. And somebody wakes you up in meditation, it takes some time to collect your identity. You don't have anything. So mental health, emotional health, physical health is a very important to look after. If you're looking after only the outer glory, physical appearance, very important. You have to remain physically healthy in order to have healthier mind and access whatever things you like to practice. But having a emotional health is also very important. Mental health very important. If you want to walk on the spiritual path, most people who walk on the spiritual path either they are physically affected, mentally affected, or energetically affected. They choose the path for some higher purpose. The material life they live in have given them a certain level of trauma, either is a physical trauma, means affecting physical health, or affecting your mental health, or your emotional health. Then you turn a bit more closer inward to understand what is the purpose of life, me being in the physical body. Because something is affected in your life. Then when you go back inward, your physical, mental, emotional health will start retrieving and balancing to a bit more optimum health. So meditation is a very important part. You practice asana, good. You do the other holistic practices, great. But your meditation, 20 to 30 minutes or 1 hour mindfulness practice or meditation practice for self-observation, very highly recommended. Which is a deep, that's where you create the transformation of your blueprint in your thinking and in your perception. But now when you meditate, your meditation should not become an intellectual exercise, competitive exercise, that this person when meditates have the everyday darshan of blue light or white light, or goes to the experience of very deep meditation where the whole body is tingling or feeling the goosebumps or seeing the God, whatever the God believes in, means now you developing the greed or the desire to have the same experience that somebody else is having, but it's supposed to be your path. We have said Ekam Satya Bauta Pantha, means the paths are many, but truth is only one. So your path starts with you. That many paths, that many people. There is nobody ahead of you. There is nobody behind you. Everybody in parallel to you. So you are ahead of your own path. There is nobody ahead of you. So when you start comparing, this person going ahead of me, that person had his own journey. You go to your own journey. So when you meditate, avoid comparison. But people say, but that gives some motivation. It gives me a little bit more urgent desire. Means you are trying to walk on somebody else's path. It becomes a borrowing knowledge, and that becomes very dangerous. That is enough for this one. I go back to the question somebody asked. Hi, Yogi. The question relates to Shiva and his dance. Why does he dance when he's angry? Not fight or fly away? Or is the dance of representation of all actions? I mean, is the dance an expression only of his actions rather than the action themselves? Like the only way we can somehow perceive him or conceive of him. Also, why, when he angry, does he feel any other emotions? And if he does, then does he sit through those? Why dance and why anger? Remember, first of all, the Shiva representation of balancing, maintaining the balance in the creation, the destruction part to recreate. And as let's take the emotion back to the human life. Whenever you become distracted, you are full of anger, full of tamas. Your anger only comes in a state of tamas. Shiva represents tamas, control of tamas. Shiva dancing to destroy so it can recreate, because things have reached to the point where dharma have become completely dismissed. So Shiva dances to destroy, to reestablish dharma. Shiva does sift through his emotions. There's a story of his wife, Sati, was killed. When he came, he became very angry. He destroyed many people. Then he carried his wife in grief, taking his wife in grief. Remember the Rudra that you wear? Some people say Rudra is Shiva angry. Rudra basically means anger Shiva. Tears were dropping through his eyes. The tree was formed, and they said the Rudrakya actually helps you to deal with the grief. They say the biggest gathering that takes place in India, wherever the limbs of Shiva's wife was dropped. Some people say the nectar was dropped from the churning of the ocean. That's the sacred place where the gathering of the Kumbha, like millions of people come together to take a bath in that holy river Ganga, or the different places. They became a Sakti Peeth of the anchor of the energy of the divine. The Shiva was meditated after that for the thousands of years. Then people became all the demigods become scared. If can you imagine the one force that controls the destruction is no longer functioning? Can you imagine all the tamas in your body stop producing? Your body still have tamas. Their quality of rajas and sattvic is source is tamas, is balanced by tamas. Let's take the same principle to electron, proton, neutron. Okay, there is the physics concept as well. For the creation, the one helps you to create, the one destroy. If it doesn't break, it doesn't create. So breaking of the particles of the atoms in order to create new one. The destruction is very important. That's what Shiva represents. Second part, to Shiva's anger, you can take it metaphorically, or you can take it literally. When somebody dancing, whenever you are angry, when you dance, what happened? You express emotion, you create a movement of energy, so there is no stuck energy. It's an expression of his fierceness and his power. It's a special dance called Tandava. Tandava is basically whenever you want to express your emotions, to relieve and calm them down. It requires a lot of power. That time you can also, he does not need actually to even dance. That's a creative expression. That when all the elements in the nature are working very, very highest vibration and they're out of control, means they are distracted at that time. Shiva can just open his eye and destroy entire creation. No problem with that. But dance is an expression of a destruction is about to happen, creating, shaking of all the elements in the nature. There's a question which just came up. Can you talk about Supreme Self? Supreme Self, your Atma, your Atma, or divine presence. People can call it the however they like. Till you get to know yourself, till you understand the limitation of yourself, you can never connect with the higher self. I like very beautiful word is in Germany, Ein Atman. Atman is basically the breath, yeah. Aus Atman means again a breath, yeah. In breath and out breath. Life, life. The cosmic intelligence equals life. Life is not something that time is not the life. Time is just only a period that you are able to witness that cosmic intelligence through your senses. You're able to experience that cosmic intelligence bound within the form of a body. Doesn't matter what body it is, tree, little bug, insect, a human being, or the any animal you have seen. They're all bound by the cosmic intelligence, the seed of that intelligence. That is all governed by the Supreme Self, you can call it. But if you say, I am the Supreme Self, problem. That is the biggest problem when the human ego start creating, claiming that I am Supreme Self. You are not Supreme Self. You are just only a little vessel carrying the Supreme Self experience in the body. When the body goes, Supreme Self goes too. But sometimes your karma can be so strong that you can be trapped with that concept of you can trap the Supreme Self in the life in that cycle over and over and over and over. So Supreme Self never actually get to witness or feel the Supreme Self. I hope that makes sense. And that is enough for today. We'll see. I come back to the question of Shiva next Sangha as well. Thank you. So, you.